Sure. Good morning. This is Dear Mama Sal, helping you cope with love, life, and other problems. Hi, everybody. This is Dear Mama Sal, and it is now Wednesday. I'm about 2 weeks away from all my furniture arriving. And for those of you who don't know, I'm in the process of moving, and I'm in an empty house with the exception of 3 bar stools and a futon. And I am slowly, each day, bringing more stuff into the house before the furniture arrives. What I realized was I can take everything out of the closets and put it straight into other closets, and I got allergies today, without any problem. And so that's what I'm doing. Now, I do need to tell you that this is the light without any lights on at all. I'm just amazed. And it's raining out. It's a dull day. Anyway, so here is the thing. I am a little bit, I'm beating up on myself a little bit today because I didn't finish all my tasks yesterday. I brought everything back from the house, but I didn't unpack the clothes. I unpacked everything in the kitchen and put it away. I unpacked everything else in the bathrooms, but I didn't unpack the clothes. So that's extra work for me today. And I was sore yesterday and I was tired. I went to bed earlier than usual and I slept a solid 9 hours, and I think I could have slept more. Quite honestly, that's how it felt when I woke up. So my body is beginning to feel it. The other thing, when I woke up this morning, I could hardly stand on my ankles. They were so sore. And my back is sore. My calves are sore. I am sore. And which is why I had to go for the IB broken, because, now I'm apparently going to be needing quite a bit of that in the coming few days, because regardless of how I feel, one step at a time, I'm going back for more. And yes, I will be careful. I can hear some of you mother hens out there going, please be careful, please be careful. I am actually being remarkably careful. I'm not taking more than, I know now that 4 or 5 flights up the stairs is enough for me, and it fills up the Jeep. It's really interesting. It's like by the time my heart rate is right up is about the time that I am ready to stop filling the car. So it's a very good thing. I wanted to thank Kay for something that she said in one of the comments today. Kay was saying that she loves the big 29-foot deck that I've got. And, it made me think, and I was saying to her that the nice thing about that is in British Columbia, we have a lot of rain, as you know, in the fall and in the spring. And what I liked about the 29-foot deck was that it meant that I could get outside and not be wet if I wanted to. And it made me think that at 29 feet, I could actually use it as a walking track as well. I'll have to see how many steps it is from one end to the other and back again. But it's a great way to go out and get some fresh air without getting wet. Of course, the walk to the well-known post office box, that is another good idea. Because that, I don't think, was very many steps. I think it's about 400 steps away or something. I'll do it again. I'm due to do it tomorrow, I think, so I will do it again, which sure beats taking the car down there, but the car is easier, obviously. So wish me luck. I'm on my way, and thank you for following me on this journey. I really appreciate it. Let's see what I can get done today, one step at a time. I know this is hard to believe, but this is how much light there is in the kitchen at 11:30 in the morning without any lights on and with the blinds closed. Isn't that amazing? And this is the other side of that room. Even with the blinds closed, look at the light streaming in. And my fireplace. So now you know what I loved about this place is even in a rainy British Columbia morning, by the time I get my furniture in here, this is still going to be incredibly light. Yay! Now, some of you will remember that yesterday I brought that runner back from my other house to see if it helped in the bathroom, and it does. It's amazing how just putting that runner down has stopped me having to walk on cold tile, and it really works. I thought I'd give you an update on our Regina. The leaves are all looking really sad now, and there's part of me that goes, I think I want to take the leaves off, because obviously they are not going to survive. So I will do that when I come home, take all the leaves off, and then at least we'll be able to see if we've got anything close to near new growth. For those of you who are plant people, should I also cut it back? Give it a chance. So this is the room between the kitchen, dining room, living room areas and the bedroom. And my goal for today is to get the television plugged in and something happening. It's been sitting there for 48 hours. It's time to connect it. It doesn't have to work in all the right channels, because that'll take a bit of setting up, but does it turn on? That's my goal for today. One step at a time. Now, my pet peeve for the day is that these stupid connectors were built by a guy who didn't have nails. So now, in order to get that off, I'm going to have to work with a pair of pliers and quietly loosen it. It drives me insane how many things in our lives people never thought that, hang on, somebody with nails might come along here, like a woman. Okay. Television designer 0, Sal 1. By the way, I thought I'd show you what I ended up doing. I ended up turning the cable, and that in turn turned this bit at the end. And that worked really well, because the cable was free. It wasn't attached or anything. So I just want to see if you can see this, but what I'm actually doing to tighten it up, from what I learned from undoing it, is I'm taking a loose cable and just turning it. And that in turn is turning the coaxial onto the TV. Never worked that one out before, but you know me, I will not be beaten. It looks like it's on pretty well. So now I can connect it to here, and this, putting it onto the splitter is easier because it's got room for nails. Easily said, not so easily done. Okay, well, the good news is we've got a little red light. It should be blinking. So when in doubt, read the instructions on the back, and it says, quick setup. Press and hold the setup until LED light blinks twice. Okay, let me sit down for this, people. It requires thought. Okay, and then what am I going to do? Then press the TV power button. So the TV power button should be off. Okay, this is an intelligence test, I can tell. By the way, as I thought, snow is off the roof, no more moisture on the table, and no more condensation. Got it. Learning moment. Well, my goal for today is to clear out my bathroom, my master bathroom, of everything except I'm going to leave toilet paper in there, you know, because I'm going to be going backwards and forwards. Good idea to have that in there. And then I will start bagging up. I've nearly finished my closet, so I'm going to finish that today, get that closet cleared. The second closet is quite honestly stuff that I've just kept in the second closet. Do you know what I mean? Wasn't good enough for the first closet, so it went in the second one, which means that it probably needs to be thrown away. Which I will not want to do, but I will just get it out and start hauling it anyway, so I can work out what it is that's in there. It's not my ideal thing to do today, so I might not even do it today. What I will do is to take another load out of the freezer, another load out of the fridge, because I want to get those two cleared as best I can. And so that's the bedroom, the kitchen, and then I want to do a couple of bags of stuff from the studio. The studio is now the big bugaboo. That's the dirtiest room in the house now, or the one that's had the least attention. So I've got big bags, and a lot of that stuff can just go into bags rather than into boxes. So that's what I'm going to do, is the easy stuff, clear bags so I can see what it is, and it's going to go into my guest bedroom until I work out where I'm going to have my studio. It's really a bit of a challenge, the studio, because it's something that needs light, and the flex room between the living areas and the bedrooms, you know, has the least light. So there's part of me that goes, either I've got to bring light in there, in other words, bring somebody in and put some serious LEDs in there so that it becomes even more bright than the rest of the house, or I'm going to end up painting in the kitchen on that big slab that I have. But as I haven't done any tests yet on the quartz countertop, and I hear that quartz stains more than anything else, and you know, I nearly had a heart attack this morning because I got up and I saw a red stain on it, and I went, oh no, what did I do? And I went, oh, I had a strawberry milkshake yesterday, and luckily it came off beautifully. But I'm thinking strawberries got acid in it. Never mind. One step at a time. I will learn. And by the way, I am hungry right now. I just want to let you know that I can feel. And the reason is because I haven't had enough fluid. So when I get to my house, I'm going to make sure I drink some liquid to fill up my stomach a little bit so it doesn't growl. I might even make a real cup of coffee. I want to tell you, coffee with a coffee maker. I thought maybe I was just kidding myself that coffee from a Keurig tastes better than coffee in a coffee maker. No. I want to tell you that coffee in a Keurig tastes completely different. I don't know why, but I'm very seriously thinking of bringing the Keurig to my new place and returning the coffee maker to the other one, just so that I can test that out. So I might just do that today. Oh, all the clothes are gone. I've got a couple of things that I need to pull out of there, but the packers will organize. I've filled up 2 bags. There we go, there's the second one. Of cubies. I've completely cleared that cubie container and that one. And this one. So those are ready for tomorrow. In the bathroom, I've still got some stuff to take tomorrow, and I've got to empty this tomorrow as well. But all that is now empty. And all that is now empty. And I can do this. Heart rate of 83, that's good. Resting heart rate of 83. And this is why I need to start in here. I've got a lot to do. But quite honestly, if I can just do a bag a day, I'll be done. Let's see how I do today. So, bathroom, kitchen cupboards, precious, kitchen cupboards, correct. Fixer-upper things, freezer, plastic containers, starting to get my shoe boxes emptied and over there because I need them to store things in. So I think that's about it for today. And I've just added the slow cooker because I think I can get that in. I look at that lot. It is raining really hard outside, but if I do this intelligently, I shouldn't get too wet. Next, I try and put them in a way that I want them in the car. Wheel well, footwell, put it where you put the feet, then the heavier stuff, and then the light stuff on top. We can do this. And this is me doing an imitation of a drowned rat. That was pretty wet. Okay, let me see here. Done about 3,000 steps today. Resting heart rate is 92, which, considering I've been up and downstairs now, mostly downstairs. By the way, downstairs is as much energy draining as upstairs, I think. And both times, actually no, going up, not carrying weight, coming down, carrying weight. And so I'm pretty pleased with that. I've now got 15 minutes, keys, yeah. I've now got 15 minutes to let my heart rate settle down before I unload. And then I think I'm going to treat myself to coffee, real coffee, you know, from my Keurig. What do you think? Oh, glasses, kept those dry. So I'm beginning to look at what's there and say, am I going to finish moving the stuff I want to move in time? Well, I'm going to do my best. And if it's not all done by the time the movers get here, I got a feeling I probably won't be the first person with that problem. And I'm pretty sure that they bring plenty of boxes to throw in stuff at the last. And if necessary, remember, I've arranged the move of the furniture to be a week before I have to be officially out of the place. So that gives me, if we need to leave small stuff and I can continue to collect it every day till it's done, that's also possible. I tried to think this one out pretty well. I did have a yuck moment. I'm certain that I'm probably not alone on this one. For some reason, when I left the house a week ago, I left some milk in my milk frother thing. That's so difficult to say. And it wasn't looking too healthy. I thought something smelt a bit strange in my kitchen, and then I found it and I went, yeah, that would be why. But the good news is I cleaned it all out, and what I will do is, before I put any milk in there, I will run hot water in there and then zap it up, let it do its own thing. I love the fact that you can get it to wash itself. I wish I could do that way. Just stand there and it'll be clean. The same with my magic bullet, that does that as well. You want to clean that up nicely. Just literally put some water in there, a little drop of soap, and let it go, and the next thing is you got a clean one. So that's good. How am I feeling? I'm pushing it a bit. I don't mind telling you. I feel that I'm pushing it a bit, but it is what I need to do to get done what I need to get done. I want to also say that where I've moved to is not at all what I had expected. It is so quiet. You know, if you see two cars go past your window, you know, or maybe three, it's a lot. And I'm hoping that come the spring and summer that I will meet a few people, because I really am scared to be that isolated. When I say scared, it's not healthy, right? It's not the reason. The whole reason I did this was to get inside a community. Now I know what you're saying, Sal. The community group gets together Mondays and Fridays. Apparently they stopped doing Wednesdays for the time being, but Mondays and Fridays at 10 o'clock in the morning. Well, you all know that's about the time I wake up. So I'm going to have to make a plan for Monday, people. So will you remind me on Sunday when I do the broadcast, go to bed early, Sal, you got to get up, go to the community thing, go have coffee with the girls. I can do this. And this is where I'm really grateful for having a big awning in my carport, so the whole of my car is covered when I come in. This is very British Columbia, isn't it? 2:43. This is all stuff. This is stuff that I think will go in the kitchen. Coffee. Obviously this one from yesterday to unpack. And I ended up with only one for the bathroom. But that's pretty good. Pretty easy to work out where that lot goes. Let's see. But first, I promised myself I would make coffee. I'm going to put the stuff in the freezer, and then I'm going to make coffee. Now, I'm trying to keep all the meats on the left-hand side and the vegetables and other stuff on the right. And as you can see, I got way too much meat in there already, and I still haven't finished unpacking my freezer. So I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing and sort it out and start eating it every day. Well, I'm really proud of myself because I I tidied up just about everything in the kitchen before I plugged in the Keurig, and now I've got my latte busy working, and I deserve this now. I know that. Here we go. It just is completely different from what I've been drinking recently. How come it took me so long to bring that home? I don't know. Well, here's my first meal from my freezer. I've got some dubious, I'm not sure whether it's chicken or turkey at the bottom. I've got some curry sauce, that's the orangey color you can see. Got a lot of vegetables and a little bit of gravy in there, and I'm going to let that quietly. Oh, I need some onion. I got leeks in there, I do know that, but I'd like some onion in there as well. And then I'm just going to cover it with foil and let it quietly cook for a while I get on with my next task. And look at that, I found the light for the patio. I wondered where it turned on. Oh, they look cozy. Now what I don't like is that there is frosted glass in the front door. That means if anybody rings the doorbell, I can't see them. And I know what you're saying, get yourself a ring. Well, I was looking at some of the prices of that, and I'm not sure if I can afford that, but I might have to. Unless I can get somebody to put a peephole in the middle of the glass. And one naked Orangina. I read up a bit about orange trees going into shock. And basically what they told me was, don't prune it, don't do anything with it, just leave it. If in the spring it starts to sprout leaves, it's good, and if it doesn't, it isn't. So I've still got a couple of leaves I've got to clean up. You'll be amazed how many leaves were on her. And I just literally took my hands like this and went up each branch like this and just took the leaves off. There's so many of them, poor thing. But I have hope, as you know. That looks pretty good, doesn't it? Going to enjoy that. Okay, now in order to do that, I had to cheat. I put back my old box because I could not get a signal with the new one. Looks like I have to call somebody in. Main thing is, I got television. Now, a decent person would have warned me about the eye makeup this morning. And yeah, it's funny, when I was walking around, I felt that it was something really strange here, but I was too busy. And I obviously never looked in a mirror. And luckily I didn't meet anybody today, and so the only people to know about it was you and me, and we'll leave it like that. This is Dear Mama Sal saying bye-bye for now.